back in, I think it was 2021, in a Memorial Day event, we identified all of the people buried here at this cemetery that died in war, either in battle or came down with the flu or something. And every year since then, 2021, 22, 23, we have placed a flag at the base of this tree. And because this is where Mr. Wilson was buried, and we're told that he had a military marker here. Now, all the records say he had a military marker. We never could find one. Well, sometime in 2022, I found out that I could order markers from the VA for military people. So I started doing that. This is either 13 or 14 that we've been able to request. But this came in about, we requested it on June the 19th. After 3 years of not having a marker for Memorial Day. And this came into my house a little less than 2 weeks ago. FedEx. And we're here today to place it and remember Mr. Wilson forever.
Tom, what is Linda's connection with all this? Doesn't she have a connection too?
Okay. Linda Hagedorn Finley, our photographer, created this memorial for this gentleman. She found it in our records, and it was not on Find a Grave, so she created the memorial and added a lot of the military documents that we have used to get the marker. And she has, I don't know, she asked me, she says, why doesn't he have a marker yet? And she's only asked me this a couple of years, but
I feel your pain.
I finally got around to it. And like I said, June the 19th, I submitted the request, and 80 days later, I had the marker in my house. 80 days is a long time for a VA marker. My quickest, earliest marker was 42 days, 6 weeks to the day from when I requested it. I don't know why this one took so long, because he died in action. Should have been here 6 weeks, but it's here today and we're ready to place it.
Awesome.
Thank you for your persistence, Linda.
I'll give you this.
Sometimes it does pay off, right?
Yes, it
Yeah.
You have to ask Tom several times before you actually get his full attention.
You're preaching to the choir here,
Okay, so
but we love him.
somebody
That's
needs
right.
to lift this while I can hold this up.
Get that young boy right
All
there to do
roll
it.
it back, roll it back, roll it on back. No, just down, that's all.
Tilt it back.
Okay. Let's pull it backwards over there.
You're not just going to toss it over there?
Yeah.
I tried to move that off of the front porch
Oh, forget it. Yeah.
Keep on going.
because I thought I had ordered a box of fruit bags, and you know the box looked similar. That was laying on its side, so I was going to pick it up and bring it in the house. Well,
Just set it right there.
You ready?
Yeah.
I'm sure you wanted that on
One
there.
in the hole.
Linda, why don't you come over here? Get rid of it.
What do you think, Monica? A little low?
Little low.
Okay. If you'll right in my sock.
Well, Tom, your sock was right in my way. Where are the gloves?
My gloves are in the back of the car.
Oh, they're back at the car. Of course they are. All right, let's try that.
I'm gonna let it dry.
A little better, but we need to get some down on this side.
Lower on the side.
No, I need you to lift that side up so I get a little more dirt under
I want to make sure it's lined
Do you have a shovel with you?
Shovel's by the tree behind you. Right, that's pretty close. I just dropped the dirt in it.
I know, I just wanted to knock this down a little bit, but it looks like it's
You want to get rid of that root?
I'd like to. Got it. I wish. I wish it was that easy. Tom, we need to straighten
Start
this.
digging over here, you'll never get to hit the rock. Branches. That back end needs to go forward about 2 inches.
2 inches? Because it looks,
Yeah, I'm trying to line it up with this one.
I know, but that looks, you say so.
Yeah.
You say so. Okay. Here.
I want to leave about 2 inches.
And see, because of our lovely soil, if we were to place a concrete base on this, it would just weigh it down into all of this sandy loam. So that's why we don't place a concrete base on it. Because those that get concrete bases usually end up about 4 inches underneath the ground.
And we found them.
Oh yeah. Yes, we have. Yeah,
We had to go hunting, but
we've definitely found them. And it doesn't state this on the stone, which sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. But if I'm not mistaken, he was killed in France, correct?
yes. He died September 26, 1918 in France. And then he was returned to the States in 1921 and buried here. And we don't know his relationship to this family.
To the horse, yeah. I don't remember that name.
I don't know why, but for some reason I seem to remember there being a reference on the card to Frank Hoyt being his brother-in-law,
Brother-in-law.
which would mean Anna Hoyt possibly would have been his sister.
Well,
Possibly.
Anna was married into the Hoyt family.
Right.
She was a Farrar, F-A-R-R-A.
They were born about the same time.
Oh, so she wasn't.
She wasn't a Wilson.
She
No.
married into the family.
But I remember there being a reference to Frank Hoyt being a brother-in-law. I need to find that card again, and because I don't know why that's
Well,
stuck in my head.
Maybe it's a brother-in-law. I mean, I don't know. He would have been 27. I'm
Yeah.
assuming maybe he had married, so it could have been a brother-in-law on his wife's side.
It could very well have been a brother-in-law on his wife's side. Yeah, absolutely. I just remember that.
I want a picture of us three.
Okay.
I want a picture of the family behind
Yeah,
me.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna get. Would you take one with my camera too?
I will.
There's
Somebody-
camera.
Yes, you're right. Would you do mine too?
Sure.
Somebody.